Good evening. Respected President Dr. G.S. Vijayakrishnan, faculty Dr. Neena, respected senior leaders, dear AMS members, colleagues and friends. I'm really glad to welcome you all for this academic session. As you all know, the Academy of Medical Specialties, the academic wing of our great IMA, the Trivandrum chapter, has been conducting various academic programs for the last 4 months, including various CME programs, journal clubs, clinical presentations, one-day workshop on basic radiology, National Cardiac Life Support Program, basic pulmonology workshop, etc., etc. I am very glad that our participants are number of participants are slowly increasing. And I really appreciate that we are getting the support of all the seniors, especially our president, Dr. G.S. Vijayakrishnan. He makes it a point to attend all our sessions, giving us all the direction and support. And I welcome Dr. G.S. Vijayakrishnan. Welcome.
Thank you.
And I'm really glad that this session is happening. Actually, Dr. Vijayakrishnan, Dr. Anand, and myself, we were planning to do this session for the past so many months, but somehow that was not happening. The generation next, involving the PG students in our IMS academic activities. And it was during our basic pulmonology workshop that I was talking to Dr. Kamla, one of our faculties in that workshop. I told her about our dream of conducting a session with PGs. And it was she who suggested Dr. Neena's name. And Dr. Neena was standing next to her. And I requested her to associate with us for this program. And he was very enthusiastic. And here we are with a new program for AMS, the AMS Generation Next. A next generation faculty is going to talk about the generation next medical technology. Dr. Neena is a very brilliant, smart, studious postgraduate student in Pulmonary Medicine Department, Medical College, Trivandrum. Welcome, Dr. Neena. And I welcome all the senior leaders, our AMS members, PG students, senior faculty, senior members, my dear colleagues and friends. And I request all the PG students who are participating in this session to join us in the academic program of Academy of Medical Specialties. If you are willing, we'll be able to conduct one program exclusively for PG students, conducted by PG students every month. A journal club, a clinical case presentation, or a talk like this, or we have more ideas. If anyone is interested, you can contact me or President Dr. G.S. Vijayakrishnan or Dr. Anand. And if any one of you can act as a coordinator, PG coordinator, we'll be grateful to find out the right person and right program. And with that, we are starting the academic session. Before that, I invite Dr. G.S. Vijayakrishnan to talk a few words. Over to you, Dr. G.S. Vijayakrishnan.
Thank you, Pradeep sir. Respected AMS Chairman Dr. Pradeep Kadangur sir, respected Secretary of IMH1 Dr. Altaf, Iqbal sir, Hariprasad sir, senior leaders, and dear friends. Actually, കഴിഞ്ഞ 3-4 മാസമായി നമുക്കെല്ലാം അറിയാം Academy of Medical Specialties IMH1 ബ്രാഞ്ചിലെ AMS chapter. Because 6 to 7 different programs ആണ് ഓരോ മാസവും നടത്തിക്കൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്നത്. Enriching ourselves എന്ന രീതിയിൽ നമ്മുടെ ക്ലിനിക്കൽ എക്സ്പെർട്ടൈസ് ഇംപ്രൂവ് ചെയ്യാനുള്ള പ്രോഗ്രാംസ്, ജേർണൽ ക്ലബ്, ക്ലിനിക്കൽ ക്ലബ്, various workshops, regular CMEs, then now the next generation next, plus that we are planning to have a research wing at IMH Quantum under AMS chapter. So എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്നു അക്കാഡമിക് മെഡിക്കൽ സ്പെഷ്യാലിറ്റീസ് all over India ഏറ്റവും കൂടുതൽ പ്രോഗ്രാംസും AMSന്റെ എല്ലാ ഉദ്ദേശ ലക്ഷ്യങ്ങളും സാധൂകരിക്കത്തക്ക രീതിയിലാണ് AMS ഈ വർഷം ശക്തമായ രീതിയിൽ പ്രോഗ്രാമായിട്ട് മുമ്പോട്ട് പോയിക്കൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്നത്. ഡോക്ടർ പ്രദീപ് കടങ്ങൂറിനും ഡോക്ടർ ആനന്ദ് മാർത്താണ്ഡപിള്ളയ്ക്കും പ്രത്യേകം അഭിനന്ദനങ്ങൾ ഞാൻ അർപ്പിക്കാൻ ആഗ്രഹിക്കുകയാണ്. നമുക്കറിയാം ഈ വർഷം IMH ഏറ്റവും വലിയൊരു ടാസ്ക് ഏറ്റെടുത്തിരിക്കുകയാണ്. നമ്മുടെ നാഷണൽ കോൺഫറൻസ് ഓഫ് IMA, ഓൾ ഇന്ത്യ മെഡിക്കൽ കോൺഫറൻസ് ഡിസംബറിൽ നമ്മൾ നടക്കുകയാണ്. ഈ വർഷം നമ്മുടെ ബ്രാഞ്ച് നല്ല രീതിയിൽ ഉണർന്ന് പ്രവർത്തിച്ചെങ്കിൽ മാത്രമേ ശക്തമായ രീതിയിൽ എവർ മെമ്മറബിളായി നമുക്കൊരു കോൺഫറൻസ് നടത്താൻ സാധിക്കുകയുള്ളൂ. വലിയൊരു അക്കാഡമിക് ഫീസ്റ്റും അതുപോലെ തന്നെ പൊളിറ്റിക്കൽ ആയിട്ടുള്ള കാര്യങ്ങളും റിസർച്ച് കാര്യങ്ങളും അതുപോലെ പബ്ലിക് ഹെൽത്ത് ആക്ടിവിറ്റീസ് ഉൾപ്പെടെയുള്ള ഗ്ലോബൽ കോൺക്ലേവും മെഡിക്കൽ എഡ്യൂക്കേഷൻ കോൺക്ലേവും എല്ലാം നമ്മുടെ രാജ്യത്തുള്ള എല്ലാ നമ്മുടെ മെഡിക്കൽ യൂണിവേഴ്സിറ്റിയുടെ വൈസ് ചാൻസലർമാരും NSC മെമ്പേഴ്സും പങ്കെടുക്കുന്ന മെഡിക്കൽ കോൺക്ലേവും അതുപോലെ തന്നെ പബ്ലിക് ഹെൽത്ത് പോളിസി കോൺക്ലേവും അതുപോലെ എല്ലാ രാജ്യത്തുള്ള എല്ലാ ടോപ്പ് CEOs കോൺക്ലേവ് ഉൾപ്പെടെയുള്ള ഡിഫറെന്റ് ആസ്പെക്റ്റിലാണ് നമ്മൾ ഇപ്പോൾ നാഷണൽ കോൺഫറൻസ് വിഭാവനം ചെയ്തിരിക്കുന്നത്. ഈ വർഷം എല്ലാവരും ഉണർന്ന് പ്രവർത്തിക്കണം. എല്ലാ മെമ്പേഴ്സും മെമ്പേഴ്സ് എല്ലാവരും IMH ഏകദേശം 5200 മെമ്പേഴ്സ് ആണുള്ളത്. കേരളത്തിലെ ലാർജസ്റ്റ് ബ്രാഞ്ചും ഇന്ത്യയിലെ 3rd ലാർജസ്റ്റ് ബ്രാഞ്ചും കൂടിയാണ് IMH. കേരളത്തിലെ മെമ്പേഴ്സിന്റെ 1/8 IMH മെമ്പേഴ്സ് തന്നെയാണ്. അപ്പൊ ആ രീതിയിൽ ഈ കോൺഫറൻസും കൂടി നമുക്ക് നല്ല രീതിയിൽ നടത്തി നമുക്ക് IMH ലെഗസി വിളിച്ചു വന്ന രീതിയിൽ 90th സെലിബ്രേഷൻ കൂടിയാണ്, 90th ആനിവേഴ്സറി കൂടിയാണ് നമ്മുടെ IMH 1933 രൂപീകരിച്ച നമ്മുടെ IMH 90 ഇയേഴ്സ് കംപ്ലീറ്റ് ചെയ്തിരിക്കുകയാണ് ഇപ്പോൾ. അപ്പൊ ആ രീതിയിൽ എല്ലാവരും മുമ്പോട്ട് വേണമെന്ന് അഭ്യർത്ഥിക്കുകയാണ്. PG സ്റ്റുഡൻസിന്റെ ഒരു അഭ്യർത്ഥന, നമ്മൾ ഏതായാലും ശരി IMA മെമ്പർഷിപ്പ് എടുത്തെങ്കിൽ നമുക്ക് നമ്മുടെ പ്രൊഫഷനായിട്ട് മുമ്പോട്ട് പോകാൻ നമുക്ക് സാധിക്കുകയുള്ളൂ. അപ്പൊ IMH പല സ്റ്റേറ്റിൽ നിന്നും പല ജില്ലകളിൽ നിന്നും ഉള്ളവർ നമ്മുടെ IMA അല്ലെങ്കിൽ നമ്മുടെ ട്രിവാൻഡ്രം മെഡിക്കൽ കോളേജിൽ PG സ്റ്റുഡൻസ് ആയിട്ടുണ്ട്. പക്ഷെ അവർക്ക് IMH മെമ്പർഷിപ്പ് എടുത്താൽ പോലും ഏത് ആവശ്യത്തിന് ഏത് സമയത്തും നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ബ്രാഞ്ച് മാറി ഇന്ത്യയിൽ ഏത് ബ്രാഞ്ചിലും മാറി പോകാനുള്ള അവസരം കൂടി IMA കോൺസ്റ്റിറ്റ്യൂഷനിൽ വിഭാവനം ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട്. അപ്പൊ എല്ലാവരും മെമ്പർഷിപ്പ് എടുക്കണം. നമ്മുടെ പ്രൊഫഷനിലെ പ്രൊട്ടക്ഷൻ മാത്രമല്ല, നമ്മുടെ വർക്ക് പ്ലേസിലെ സെക്യൂരിറ്റി ഉൾപ്പെടെയുള്ള കാര്യങ്ങൾ, സേഫായിട്ട് വർക്ക് ചെയ്യുന്ന ഉൾപ്പെടെയുള്ള കാര്യങ്ങൾ IMA എന്ന രീതിയിൽ മുമ്പോട്ട് പോയെങ്കിൽ മാത്രമേ നമുക്ക് സാധിക്കുകയുള്ളൂ. ഏതായാലും ശരി, ഞാൻ ദീർഘിപ്പിക്കുന്നില്ല. ഇന്നൊരു പുതിയൊരു കാൽവെപ്പാണ് ഡോക്ടർ പ്രദീപ് കടങ്ങൂർ സാറിന്റെ ടീം ഇവിടെ കൊണ്ടുവന്നിരിക്കുന്നത്. ജനറേഷൻ നെക്സ്റ്റ് എന്ന രീതിയിൽ ഡോക്ടർ നീന RS നമുക്ക് വേണ്ടി ന്യൂ ടെക്നിക്സ് ഇവിടെ പ്രസന്റ് ചെയ്യുകയാണ്. എല്ലാവിധ ആശംസകളും ഭാവങ്ങളും നേരുന്നു. താങ്ക് യു.
താങ്ക് യു. ആൻഡ് ഡോക്ടർ അൽത്താഫ് ഉണ്ട്, ജോയിൻ ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ടോ?
ഉണ്ട്. അല്ല, കുഴപ്പമില്ല സാർ, അത് ക്യാരി ഔട്ട്, അത് പ്രസന്റേഷൻ നടക്കട്ടെ. ഓൾ ദി ബെസ്റ്റ്.
താങ്ക് യു. Over to you for the academic session. Over to you, Dr. Neena.
Thank you, sir. So, good evening. I am Dr. Neena RS, Junior Resident, Department of Pulmonary Medicine, Government Medical College, Thiruvananthapuram. Actually, today I am blessed with the opportunity to present in this dignified platform, for which I am immensely thankful to Dr. Pradeep Kadangur sir. And so, with the blessings of God, my parents, and my teachers, I would like to start my presentation on the topic of recent advances in medical technology. So here I will be talking about 10 most recent advances. So what is medical technology? It is a broad discipline in which the technologies are used for diagnosis, patient care, treatment, and overall improvement in health and well-being. So the consistent advancements in medical technologies save numerous lives as well as improve the quality of lives of many. As the years pass by, new technology continues to improve healthcare, that it is almost unpredictable what will be coming up next. So I'll be talking about all these technologies. First is mRNA vaccine, virtual reality, neurotechnology, artificial intelligence, three-dimensional printing, precision medicine, CRISPR, telemedicine, health wearables, and technology in mental health. So mRNA vaccinology. Actually, the advancements in the generation, purification, and cellular delivery of RNA enable the development of mRNA vaccines. Because of the previous research that laid the groundwork of this mRNA vaccinology, an effective COVID-19 vaccine was developed, produced, approved, and deployed in less than a year. So how does it work? The mRNA vaccines work by introducing a piece of mRNA that corresponds to a viral protein, usually a small piece of protein that is found in the outer membrane of a virus. And by using this mRNA, the cells can produce viral proteins. And as a part of normal immune response, our immune system recognizes this protein as foreign and produces antibodies. So in case of COVID-19 vaccination, this is how it works. That is, the novel coronavirus is studied in our labs. The scientists sequence the virus's genetic code, and the mRNA that codes for the spike protein is purified and injected to the host. So our body produces the spike protein, and our immune system finds this protein as a foreign and produces antibodies. So, what are the benefits of mRNA vaccines? mRNA vaccines combine desirable immunological properties with an outstanding safety profile and also unmet flexibility of genetic vaccines. So, this technology is actually cost-effective, relatively simple to manufacture, and elicit immunity in a novel way. So, this landscape-changing technology has the potential to be used to manage some of the healthcare's most challenging diseases quickly and efficiently. So next comes the virtual reality. So what is virtual reality? Virtual reality is a computer-generated environment that produces a three-dimensional image on the screen to the user, enabling the user to interact with the virtual environment. So the virtual reality makes the surroundings so real by featuring electronic equipment to visualize the 3D screen, like a helmet attached with a screen, or three-dimensional goggles, or gloves with sensors and all. Even though actually this virtual reality is not that recent technology, it is actually increasingly used nowadays to treat and manage a wide variety of psychological illness and conditions, that is from stress and anxiety to dementia and autism. So what are the benefits of virtual reality in healthcare? Actually, it provides a safe environment, especially to medical training. We all know that during medical training, doctors and the students are usually so exposed to so many health risks. So if the virtual reality is created for this medical training, they will be providing a safe environment, thus eliminating all this health risks. Especially in our pulmonary medicine department, we are so much exposed to pulmonary tuberculosis. So if the virtual reality has come, we'll be eliminating all this health risks. Next, it promotes faster healing. That is, by wearing the virtual reality goggles and all, it eliminates the boredom and stress of the hospital environment in a patient who has been admitted for a long term, and allows them to explore the virtual world in their hospital beds, which promotes faster healing. Next, to overcome phobias. So virtual reality provides an environment that visualizes and feels real. So which helps the patients to overcome their fears and phobia. Next is it can distract attention. That is, it distracts patients' attention in case of chronic pain, and also it can distract children. In pediatrics, actually, children can be distracted from the pain that they may experience from injections or some blood tests or medical procedures and all. So next is cost-effective and saves time. Actually, comparing to the usual regular physical setups and all, this is actually cost-effective and also it saves much time. Next, I will be talking about neurotechnology. So what is neurotechnology? This the methods and instruments that enable a direct connection of the technical component with the nervous system. So these technical components, these are electrodes or computers or intelligent processes. So currently, in healthcare, the neurotechnology are used in brain imaging, that is by recording the magnetic fields produced by the electrical activity within the brain, and for neurostimulation, that is stimulating the brain and nervous system to influence brain activity. Neuro devices are also there. It's actually an emerging technology that monitors or regulates the brain activity with the help of an implant. And its example is Neuralink. It's actually pioneered by Elon Musk. And this is actually a device that is implanted into a human brain, and it actually records the brain activity and transmits the data wirelessly to a computer. Thus, it is used to electrically stimulate brain activity also. If it is successful, it can be used to cure neurological disorders like Alzheimer's or Parkinson's and all. Neurotechnology also enables paralyzed patients to regain a degree of autonomy, actually with the help of prosthetic arms or by using computer with just the power of their mind. So while therapeutically very exciting, it's actually controversial regarding regards the rights to data and privacy and all. So next comes the artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence, AI, is a wide ranging branch of computer science, actually concerned with building smart machines which are capable of performing the tasks that are usually typically requiring human intelligence. So it proves to be very valuable when coming to detecting early detection of diseases and for confirming an accurate diagnosis and all. For example, in case of breast cancer care, AI enables the review of mammograms to be 30% faster and also with 99% accuracy. So reducing the need for unnecessary biopsies. So AI is also being applied to oversee early stage heart disease. It's allowing the healthcare providers to discover the potentially life-threatening problems at the earlier and more treatable stages. Next comes AI in drug research and discovery. So it's actually AI is able to streamline this drug discovery process actually by creating efficient ways to discover and repurpose medicines, and reducing so that it will be reducing the time it takes to market a new drug, and their associated cost will be reduced. So it's actually required. AI is actually required in healthcare to digitize medical records, to standardize data infrastructure, and create an ironclad system to protect the confidentiality. So next we'll be talking about three-dimensional printing. Actually, three-dimensional printing it creates a three-dimensional object by reading a digital blueprint and reproducing successive layers using filaments and ultraviolet light. So commercially available 3D printed medical devices, these are instrumentation, implants, and external processes. Instrumentation means it aids to assist proper surgical placement of a device. Implants like a hip joint or a cranial plates and all. And external processes like hands and all. So the 3D printed prosthetics, with its digital functionality, enable them to match the individual's measurements down to millimeter, thus making it more mobile and more comfortable. This 3D printing is also used for pre-surgical planning. That is, actually uses a realistic replica of an actual patient's anatomy, allowing the surgeons to attempt procedures they wouldn't even dare to do previously. So next comes the 3D printing process to manufacture these living organs, that is like heart or liver. Actually, but this research is only in its initial stages of development, and the ability to supply artificial organs that are not rejected by the body's immune system could be revolutionary because it saves millions of patients that depend on life-saving transplants every year. So next I will be talking about precision medicine. So what is precision medicine? It's actually a form of medicine that uses information about a person's own genes or proteins to prevent, diagnosis, and treat disease. It's also known as personalized medicine. So here the researcher will gather the data about the digital phenotype, family history, and environmental exposure as a part of clinical care, whereas the clinicians will be gathering laboratory findings. So they assemble this data from a variety of sources and set the stage for a powerful precision medicine ecosystem. So actually, in oncology, precision medicine uses specific information about a patient's tumor to help making diagnosis, plan treatment, and make a prognosis. And it's a very base example is HER2 positive breast cancer cell, which have got a specific therapy compared to HER2 negative breast cancer cells. Well, it's actually precision medicine is actually most advanced in oncology. It's also used by, it also has exciting application in rare and genetic diseases, and also holds very promise in treating various infections. So what are the challenges? Even though this precision medicine is in development, it has so many challenges. That is because it has issues within infrastructure, inequalities, and knowledge that the industry must overcome. Next, I will be talking about CRISPR. CRISPR is actually clustered regularly interspaced palindromic proteins. It's actually the most advanced gene editing technology yet. The idea was actually borrowed from a simple defense mechanism found in bacteria. So in bacteria, they protect themselves from invaders like virus. And these bacteria capture snippets of the intruder's DNA and store them away as segments known as CRISPR. And this cutting of DNA is what that has the potential to transform the way we treat a disease. So by modifying the genes, some of the biggest threats of our health, like cancer or HIV, could potentially be overcome in a matter of years. So CRISPR actually looks promising in treating rare diseases like cystic fibrosis, where there are multiple cystic fibrosis causing mutations. And there are currently several ongoing clinical trials to see if CRISPR can be used to correct these mutations. It also can be used in diseases like sickle cell anemia. And CRISPR has many potential applications, like it can correct genetic defects, treating and preventing spread of disease. Even though, despite its promise, this technology has raised various ethical concerns, mostly for humanity's right to play God, and also worries about gene editing being used to produce designer babies, that is, superior human beings. So next is telemedicine. So this telemedicine and telehealth actually has have become increasingly in demand since COVID-19 pandemic. That began in 2020. So with more people adapting to a new lifestyle, new way of working, new way of lifestyle since this pandemic, actually this telemedicine trend which is likely to continue gaining momentum. So this telemedicine offers a range of benefits for both patients and for healthcare providers. So actually in patients, it offers a great comfort. It's actually convenient for the patient, and also these are cheaper, as the patient do not have to encounter any cost for travel. There is travel expense or like that. So it can also improve access for other populations, like in case of elderly adults and those who are geographically isolated, and those who are not able to leave their home. So for healthcare providers, this telemedicine reduces overhead expenses. It lessens the exposure to various health risks like illness and infections, and it allows actually the healthcare providers can see more people as they can work more flexibly. So actually, the last 2 years have seen telehealth and telemedicine becomes more mainstream and technology for virtual care appointments. This will continue to advance beyond one-to-one doctor-patient video conferencing. Actually, for example, In response to the rising number of patients who are in need of behavioral therapy for mental health illness, we can expect to see technology that will facilitate group sessions. So there will not be a one-to-one doctor-patient relation. So they facilitate group sessions and thus allowing multiple patients to be supported all together. So next is health wearables. So the demand for wearable devices has grown since their introduction past few years, and also since the release of Bluetooth in 2000. So people today use wearables synced with their phone to track everything from their step, like physical fitness, heartbeat, to their sleeping pattern and all. So it can be very effective at preventing chronic conditions such as diabetes or cardiovascular disease by helping patients to monitor and improve their fitness. So this smartwatches, they remain one of the most popular because with all the major tech firms like Apple, Google, and Samsung all taking a share in their market. So the smartwatches, there are smartwatches, smart rings, and hearables actually becoming increasingly popular nowadays and are proven to be increasingly useful in collecting data for clinical research also. Next is the installables, or they are the smart pills. These are considered to be the next phase after external wearables. And these are actually swallowed in forms of hard capsules. And these send measured values such as glucose values or images inside the body to aid diagnosis. So this implantables and inserables are actually emerging technologies, and they are expected to transform the healthcare in the years ahead. So next comes technology in mental health. Actually, it is estimated that by the year of 2030, depression will be the leading cause of disease burden globally. So it makes there is a need for new therapies, making the need for new therapies more crucial than ever. So some of the applications are there which can complete patient intakes and provide an initial diagnosis even before a patient meets the healthcare provider. And artificial intelligence actually artificial intelligence powered tools are there that transform the way mental health treatments are delivered. For example, in case of artificial intelligence chat boxes like Wobot that can help patients with their behavioral therapy, cognitive behavioral therapy. And also there is this voice recognition software, Ellipsis, that can analyze a patient's voice and speech patterns for warning signs of emotional distress. So this is this Wobot. So a chat can be initiated, and it's actually very common. So next is this online system tracking and all actually helps the patients to share their data daily, so that this AI algorithm is there that analyzes this data to identify the patterns and alert providers in real time for any warning signs. Next is another technology newly being utilized for mental health is the use of video games. That is approved in 2022 is the Endeavor RX. It's the first and only FDA cleared video game treatment. Actually, this game is actually for improving the attention span of children aged about 8 to 12 years with ADHD who requires prescription. So in clinical studies, it is found that about 73% of participants reported an increased ability to pay attention.
Endeavor RX. Discover new worlds.
Woohoo! That's what I'm talking about.
Build your universe. Capture mystic creatures.
Hey, whoa!
Boost past challenges.
Bam!
And unlock new characters. Are you ready to start exploring?
Awesome!
Introducing Endeavor RX.
So this is that video game
Endeavor RX.
that is used to
Discover
treat
new worlds.
Woohoo! That's what I'm...
ADHD patients.
Endeavor RX.
So, as I already said, I'm actually a resident. I'm doing my post-graduation in pulmonary medicine. So I would like to briefly discuss about advances in technology in the field of pulmonary medicine. So artificial intelligence, it actually helps in pulmonary medicine for diagnosis and for predicting outcomes. That's for prognosis based on the clinical data, chest imaging, pathology, and pulmonary function tests, and also for various procedures that we are doing in under pulmonary medicine. The next is smart inhalers. Actually, it integrates connectivity with the mobile application via Bluetooth. It actually has a inbuilt sensor technology. So this for monitoring the adherence of the patient, because it records the time, date, and location of each dose, issue dosage reminders, and communicate this data through their Bluetooth. Next is the digital stethoscope. It actually converts an acoustic sound to electronic signals, which can be further amplified for optimal listening. So these electronic signals can be further processed and digitalized to transmit to a personal computer or a laptop. So next, about wearables. So wearables actually for saturation monitoring, for heart rate, and also for can be used as a mini polysomnography to assess sleep patterns and to diagnose obstructive sleep apnea and all. So next comes the portable electronic spirometers, which allows the at-home lung function monitoring. So thus I'm concluding my presentation by saying that the future of healthcare is shaping in front of our eyes. This COVID pandemic has accelerated acceptance and advancement of various medical technologies, and articulating the principles of the future should be a continuous process. And every day there's actually there's a new future to plan, and new discoveries that will change your mind about what is possible and what is likely. So thank you all for the patient listening.
Pradeep sir mute ആണ്.
Thank you, Dr. Neena. That was an excellent presentation, and you selected a very good topic as well. Very good. Now, I request Dr. Anand Marthandapillai, the convener of AMS Trivandrum chapter, to start the discussion.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Neena, for a very enlightening talk. Sorry, I missed the initial part. The forum is open to discussion. Congrats on selecting a very interesting and stimulating topic. There is a whole lot of discussion going on these days, particularly after this Chat GPT artificial intelligence app and platform has come out, which is predicted to be stealing away a lot of jobs from people who might be working in such avenues. So the forum is open for discussion. If you have any questions in general or questions specific to the technological updates which Dr. Neena had suggested. My first question to Dr. Neena would be that are any of these technological advancements in terms of AI particularly, is it likely to steal our jobs, do you think?
Actually, there's a possibility. It will be like if I say that it is not possible. Actually, it is a possibility. But even though we are very keen for advancements and all, every patient needs a personal touch from a doctor or a nurse and all. So I don't think it will completely eliminate our part from medical care, but there is a small possibility.
Thank you. Very nicely made point. As a follow-up to that, I actually wanted to also ask that with these electronic stethoscopes and so many other machines which are churning out data patterns and giving suggestions to doctors, do you think we are going to partially lose our skill set in terms of physical exam or even in terms of patient interviews, the time we spend with patients? Is that going to be compromised because of these additional machines that we have?
Actually, no, sir. Actually, I think it will be a good opportunity. That is, as I said, there is this digital stethoscope which can actually record this what we hear in an amplified way, so that we can share with everyone. So if we hear a specific heart sound or a restaurant and all, we can actually share with so many people. So it will be actually a good learning experience if we take it in a positive note.
Thank you. There is a question from the audience, from Sangeeta. The question is, why mRNA vaccines are not available, were not available in India is the question. You can respond to
mRNA vaccine is actually there are these two mRNA vaccines. There is Pfizer BioNTech and by this Moderna COVID vaccine. Actually, India is actually, you should say India is not that developed in case of mRNA vaccine. I think so. Pfizer is actually, I think it will become available or something that I actually don't know why it is. I'm not sure about that.
Right. Just to respond to that question, I also do not know if I have the right answer to it. Part of it is political, part of it is scientific. As Dr. Neena had said, mRNA technology is something which is very advanced. And it's probably something which is patented. Obviously, we have not developed it on our own. So that is the reason that we may not be manufacturing mRNA vaccines as such. But why is it not commercially available? We had our own vaccines, COVAX and Shield and so on, were almost as good as the mRNA ones. It's true that there was a marginal difference in terms of final data, but in terms of clinical utility, I think it was equivalent. And that is what was available to us in the Indian market at that point, which is probably why it was not available to us. But in terms of effectiveness of vaccines, the choice that we had was reasonably good, is what I understand. If anybody else has any comments, Pradeep
Dr.
sir.
Dr. Praveen K.S. is there. He wrote something. Dr. Praveen?
Yeah, actually, we have now a made in India mRNA vaccine by Genova Pharmaceuticals, but the problem is the vaccine was licensed at a very later stage when the need for the vaccine was very less. It was came only after the third surge, after the Omicron surge. The initial period, the problem was the Moderna and the Pfizer vaccine, the storage requirements that need actually the ultra cold temperatures. So initially the problem was regarding the storage and transport, but later, what as Dr. Anand said, it was political also. But we now have both DNA. In fact, the world's first DNA vaccine was manufactured by an Indian company, that is Psychov-D. That is by Cydus Cadila. That it was also marketed lately or very lately only. So that's why when the demand of the vaccine was very less. So that's why we were not aware of these vaccines. We do have both mRNA and DNA vaccine for COVID.
One more thing to add, actually, mRNA vaccine കാര്യത്തിൽ ഈ കോമ്പൻസേഷൻ പാക്കേജിന്റെ ഒരു ഇഷ്യൂ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു. അതുകൊണ്ട് കൂടെ ആയിട്ട് പെർമിഷൻ കൊടുക്കാത്തതിന് ഒരു ഇതുണ്ടായിരുന്നു.
Thank you, Dr. Praveen and Dr. Altaf, for clarifying that question. Any other queries from the audience?
I would like to make a few comments on the presentation.
Please, sir. Iqbal, sir.
Of course, it was an excellent presentation. She has covered most of the technologies. Congratulations, Neena. And I am being an asthmatic. I will wait for you to complete your post-graduation, and I will try to get a virtual inhaler later. Well, now regarding mRNA, I myself have taken mRNA while I was in USA last year. It was given freely. But when you mentioned about mRNA, you also say that it's also used for cancer management, not only for vaccines. Secondly, it is developed by a woman scientist. Her name needs to be mentioned. That is Kathleen Carrico. She's a Hungarian-American scientist, woman scientist. And secondly, even though mRNA may be the future, I'm not very sure, but the viral vector vaccine is also relevant. Again, developed by a woman scientist, Catherine Gilbert of the Oxford University. That is what we are using, Covishield. Now, I think some of the new technologies need to be mentioned is about imaging technologies. Imaging and the endoscopic procedures, these are joined together. Maybe she has left out, maybe it is very commonly said, imaging and endoscopic procedures and minimally invasive surgical procedures that need to be mentioned. Robotics, it's another area which is fast developing. And more important, I would say, is genomics. The cutting edge technologies that are developing is in relation to stem cell. What is described as regenerativeness. In fact, in genomics, 3 areas are being developed. One is called predictive medicine. That is, we can actually predict the diseases from which one may suffer later from their genomic profile. And secondly, personalized medicine or individualized medicine. We can actually, based upon your genetic profile, you can decide the dosage, schedule of drugs, what to be chosen. And of course, stem cell therapy. So these are some of the things which I thought I should mention here. Thank you. Anyway, Neena, congratulations for making this excellent presentation.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir, for those comments and feedback. Any other comments or questions from the audience? Pradeep, sir.
So before concluding, I congratulate Dr. Neena once again. I'd like to make an announcement that the AMS Trivandrum chapter will be hosting the South Zone Kerala AMS conference on July 30th in Trivandrum. It will be an academic feast. I invite all of you to participate in the conference. And I invite Dr. Neena to attend our conference, especially the inaugural function. We'd like to honor you and give you the certificate in that inaugural function. What else? I think Dr. Kamala was, I think Dr. Kamala joined Dr. Neena's teacher, Dr. Kamala. Dr. Kamala, are you there still now? Are you there now? Dr. Kamala? Dr. Kamala Madam was our faculty in our basic pulmonology workshop. So, okay, I think she's not there now. So I invite Dr. Anand to propose the vote of thanks.
I'll keep it brief. Thank you. Thanks to Pradeep sir for the consistent efforts to bring in more AMS seminars and a very interesting topic. Congrats to Neena for putting together that presentation covering a lot of very interesting advancements, which is going to change the way we practice medicine. Thanks to Vijayeshan sir and Dr. Alta for joining and guiding us with our AMS meetings. I want to specifically thank Iqbal sir for finding the time to join us and for his feedback and comments. Praveen for answering the questions, and each and every one of you has joined us. I think we had close to 50 people. We are very encouraged and enthused by the participation of the AMS meetings that we have been conducting. It gives us a lot of encouragement and enthusiasm to come up with more programs. We hope that you will continue to join us in the future meetings as well. Thank you so much and good night.
Good night.
Good night. Thank you. Good night.
Night.